Okay guys, check this out. Taking things to another level here. We have a plate, block off plate on this end that I 3D printed and sealed up nice and good. Then I also have another really thick plate on this side that I bolted and sealed up. So hopefully we won't have any problems like we did last time. If you guys saw the last video, but in the last video, this was on the engine and we tried to pressure test it and stress test it. But the amount of air that was leaking down past the piston rings, and we had a little bit of an air leak right here somewhere, but I'm gonna take care of that. I'm not gonna worry about that because we're gonna break this thing. Between the air leaking out of the piston rings and just right here, and also out of the throttle body, we weren't actually able to stress test it very well. Only got up to like 4 psi at most. So I constructed this whole rig up. We got it in this little safety cage here. I got a gauge right over here. It goes up to 30 psi. We'll start there for now. I have another gauge that goes higher, but we just want to get a little bit of fidelity out of this test. I also got a little phone here I'm going to have recording the pressure when we do it, and got a tripod right there so you guys can watch. Alright, so we're going to get this thing rolling, and I'm going to try to break this thing. I really want to break it. This is the weaker of the two, so if I can't break this one, the other one's going to be just fine. So let's check this out. All right, everything's recording. All of it.
The beans?
The beans.
Okay.
So I got 5 psi, so she was leaked, but I tightened down those bolts some more, so. So solid.
Where's your shooting out?
Thinking.
I think that's fine. I think that's it.
Where's it bleeding out of?
Right here and right here. There's the seam on the block off plate. It's this corner where it never wants to really feel good because there's no bolt in that corner. Got up to 15 psi though. Most she's ever had. This is the weaker of the two, so.
Big what?
So as you can see, it didn't explode, but we did get a leak on this back corner over here on the flange, right here. There's really not another bolt right here to help hold this together. So also I don't think I got these bolts that tight. I was kind of trying to be gentle with it, but we went ahead and hammered these things down. After re-RTVing this, we re-RTV'd everything else. So I'm gonna go ahead and give that another shot. And hopefully I can get this thing up there. I swapped the 30 psi gauge out. This one goes up to 200 psi because we're probably gonna get over that. Last one got up to 25 psi, so that was pretty good. That's about where my that's about where my boost cut is on my tune right now. It's 25 psi. So let's see if we can handle more than that without it blowing up or leaking. I got the pin set. Look at this. Set back up out here. This pin set back up. Airline right there. I'm just gonna put that right there. And put the camera over here for the gauge to watch that guy. and we'll check this out, give it another shot, see if we can't break it. Alright, let's do this one more time. Alright, as you can see, she did not break. She did leak again, but from a different spot this time. Right here on this seam, it just blew out the RTV and everything right here. Also right over here as well. So what I think is happening as this thing pressurizes up, this part is actually flexing out because this stuff is slightly flexible, and it's letting that leak right there. So I have already made a version of this with this flange facing quite a bit thicker, as you can see. This one right here, that one is quite a bit thicker, as you can see. And also this is impregnated with like fiberglass resin, so this one is actually quite a bit stronger. And so that's where that was leaking. So if this one actually, it started leaking at about 30 psi by looking at the camera, watching the gauge. Yeah, right about 30 psi it was leaking. I don't plan on hitting that much, so this can handle that. So I'm actually comfortable running that one on my car for right now, until I can redesign and do some more testing. But while I'm doing testing on some other stuff, I'm confident that is more than strong enough. What I'm probably also going to do is have more bolts on the next design. Maybe twice as many, we'll see. I'll just have to play with the design a little bit. Maybe add a couple more bolts, make these bolt holes just a little closer together, try to minimize that flex right here, because this right here between here and here is the biggest distance between two bolts, except for like over here, but this is like super thick over here, so that's not flexing. But this is the biggest distance, so it's no surprise that it actually did leak right there specifically. But that's it for that one. I'm actually waiting on more material, so it's another reason I'm just going to go ahead and run that one right there. That one came out really nice. Oh, went through. Oh, I saw that.
Oh well.
JB weld, or I can weld that.
Do you think that'll hold though?
Hmm.
You think that'll hold though?
I just gotta put a little spot there so it doesn't leak oil pressure.
That's a lot of oil pressure.
Yeah, you gotta fuck that.
But that's the same depth as the other ones.
Well, we'll see.
Seriously.
No, you just want a little extra right there.
No, seriously. It's...
Well, it might be a little shallow right there on that spot.
I mean, that's a really tiny hole to patch.
Yeah, it's not bad. I just do a little spot and a little weld on it. Don't want me much. Be real easy.
I don't know if it'll hold till we try it, I guess.
Well, we're gonna have to sand it down a little bit after I weld it. So, go ahead and do the other side, but that's deep enough on that side.
I was literally just about to stop to grab it. That was it. Right when you said stop, I was done.
Yeah. Alright, as you can see, we're doing a little block notching on this D series here. Oh, got that all notched away.
You didn't do the turbo. It's all low.
Yeah. Nice, yeah.
You didn't
Front
do it
mount.
all high up. You did it all.
Yeah. But anyways. So we had a little scare. We thought we punched through into the oil galley, but in reality, it was just a little air pocket in the casting. Thankfully. Otherwise, I was going to bust out the TIG welder and fix that. But just a little side project I'm helping a friend out with. I've never done one before. He's never done one, so we just decided, you know, let's just try and do that.
Don't need a tutorial.
We waited
Don't
3
need no
months. We waited 3 months for someone else to do it, and they didn't do it. We just got it done in like 2 hours. It was kind of bad. But hey, buy a sander at Harbor Freight, you know.
You need a D-series block notched. I got you.
First try, let's do it. And now that can go to the machine shop once we get some bolts. Alright, so check it out. Got the plenum all on here. And I got it all sealed up. This is an improved version of the one that made it to 30 psi. Like I said, I made the flange a little thicker here. So hopefully it'll hold a little bit more than 30 psi. But 30 psi will be more than enough for me right now. Alright everybody, there's the top of the 19 bolt manifold there, being printed. It looks like it's having a little issue with the support material right here. I'm going to leave it alone. I think it might figure itself out eventually, but it looks like it's struggling. Probably put some tape across there to help it, but it looks like that's printing out pretty good. So I'm not going to actually be using this one on my car. We're just going to pressure test this one to see if it gets a little bit better than the 30 psi. I'm going to close this before I mess up the temperatures too much. So it's trying to maintain, yep, it dropped a little bit of temperature, but it'll heat back up. And so, yep, that's what's going on with that one. I got her all together. I went ahead and got the exhaust all wrapped up, along with the wastegate tube, turbo mounted, all hooked up, all the plumbing done. Manifold is on, throttle body is on, with the carbon fiber bell crank for the throttle. And I also went ahead and got some 4-inch piping, and now this is 4-inch all the way up. It's just, I just got to figure out where to put a blow-off valve. I'm probably going to put it right about here, cut all this out. Right about, that's probably the only place she's going to fit, because there's not really a lot of room right here for a giant blow-off valve. Do you concur, Doctor?
I do concur.
Okay. And, okay, other than that, we also got the next version of the manifold already made. This one right here has actually 19 bolts all the way around, because as you guys remember earlier, the place that it leaked was actually right here between these two bolt holes. It didn't, like I said, it didn't break, it just kind of flexed and allowed a leak to happen right there. So added more bolts all the way around, and so now there is a bolt right there, so it can't flex. And, you know, so, and also the top just actually finished printing. That's right here. I haven't even pulled the support material out. Like you can see, the support material kind of failed for a little while, but then it kind of pulled itself together in the end, so it worked out. Good job. But that's actually the newest 19 bolt version top. Got to clean that all up, sand it, you know, pull all that off. But that's actually looking really nice.
You want to pull it off while I hold it? You can cut that up.
This one doesn't come off as easy as yours. Of course, I could be proven wrong by it, you know.
It's still a process.
Yours just ripped right off after a couple seconds.
Yeah.
This is not quite as easy. Either that or I'm just a sissy.
It's probably
The latter, yeah.
It probably needs a razor blade or some kind of sharper object. I would concur. Not that you're not strong enough. It's just like that. It would be easier to not poke you. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, this definitely needs some razor bladage to clean up that part.
Yeah.
She didn't print so good in the overhang area. I'm going to have to work on that. I think it's over extruding a little bit. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. But this will work for testing purposes. I'm probably just going to blow this one up. I know that this one over here is good for at least 30 psi, because that's where the other one popped, and that one's actually even stronger because it has a thicker flange facing there. So, and I don't actually foresee myself hitting 30 psi on this, but I'm still going to shoot for better. You know, because why not? Alright, that's going to be another time. Let's get this thing started though. But I got the battery charger on it right now.
Alright. Well, let me set this up somewhere. Turn that light off for a second. Here, I'm gonna hit the button here. Alright, video's going.
Laptop's up.
Alright. Cycle. Do it again. It's like 55. Holding steady.
95 actually, but
Don't see no leaks. You can hear it cycling back. So.
gas pedal works. And then you tighten that up, but
Let go of it all the way. All the way.
that's all the way. Ready?
Yep.
That was needs some adjustments on the throttle body, but she's looking good so far. But she needs some adjustments on the throttle. This needs to be pulled in a little bit. This bolt needs to be backed out slightly.
Yeah.
But other than slightly, just not much, you know.
Well, it feels like it's more sticky.
Yeah, it is. Well,
Watch.
yeah, the throttle blade I think sticks a little bit on it.
When you let it fast, when you do it
Yeah, when you
slow,
let it fast, yeah,
it's still turning.
it sticks. When you go slow.
Yeah.
But I need to back off still a little bit too.
But it's still a work progress.
Need to back off a little bit. Maybe I can loosen those blade screws. All right, nice.